What's going on, everybody? It's Blake here with Gorilla Zen Fitness. Today I'm going to be going over a simple strategy that you can use to get rid of your IT band tightness. So the IT band is a band of connective tissue. It's not a muscle like people frequently think it is, but it's a band of connective tissue that runs right down the side of your leg from essentially your hip down to your knee. Now when this thing gets tight, it's a very, very common source of lateral knee pain, meaning pain on the side of the knee. This most commonly affects people that are runners, cyclists, and hockey players, but it can really happen to anybody. Some of the functions of the IT band and the muscles that attach into it are basically assisting in hip flexion, hip abduction, going out to the side like that, and knee extension, and also rotation of the femur, moving it in and out like that. So pretty much if you're making any of those movements on a repetitive basis through sport or exercise or whatever it is, you have a predisposition to developing IT band tightness. Now that's pretty much all I'm going to cover today in regard to how it gets tight. Today I'd rather focus on specifically how to address the tightness using a foam roller and other pressure techniques. Before I move forward here, I want you to pause the video and go down into the description down below and click the link that says Spiral Line. This is a picture from Anatomy Trains, which is written by Tom Myers, which shows the fascial and muscular connections that go onto the IT band. If for whatever reason that link didn't work for you because you're watching this video like a year after I posted it, then just simply Google image search Spiral Line Anatomy Trains and you should be able to find it. Let's get into the foam rolling techniques. Okay, so this is the simple part. It's not going to be easy, but it's very simple to roll out the IT band itself. But for most of you that are watching this video, your IT bands are probably tight. That's why you're watching this video, and this is going to hurt a lot. Okay, but I want you to do this, frequently. Pretty much daily for about 2 minutes, okay? But basically to get the IT band, like I said, it's very simple. You're just gonna put your leg on the IT band, stack your legs so they're off the ground, and then you're gonna roll from the hip down to the knee, okay? You're looking for those tight areas. If it doesn't feel tight and painful, then you're not on the right spot, okay? So you're just gonna roll up and down like this for about 2 minutes. If this is extremely intense for you and you can't even do that, then another modification that you can make is you can put this against the wall and just like lean against it and rub your leg up against the side of it. Okay, so that technique alone should definitely have provided you with some relief, but now we're going to get a little bit more comprehensive. So this is where I'm going to refer to Anatomy Trains. If you look upstream of the IT band, you'll see that the TFL and the glute medius, part of your butt, contribute and blend in to that IT band. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at those muscle groups, okay? And that's considered upstream. It's higher than the IT band. We also have to look downstream, okay? And downstream from the IT band are the anterior tibialis and the peroneus, okay? So both these muscles right here and these muscles up here contribute. They're connected via connective tissue fascia right in the IT band. The IT band connects all 4 of these muscle groups. So if you're tight in any of these muscles, it's going to cause tightness in the IT band as well. So we're going to address that right now. Okay, so starting with the TFL, I've made millions of videos on this before. Foam roller works okay. A softball or some sort of massage ball like this works better, but I'll just demonstrate with a foam roller today. Basically, find your hip bone right here and then go just underneath it, okay? This is called your ASIS, right underneath that. This tissue right here on the side of your hip on a diagonal angle, that's your TFL. You're gonna put that right into the roller or the ball that you're using. And you also wanna try to stack your hips up here so you can put as much pressure in there as you possibly can. Spend 2 minutes on this one as well. So now we're gonna get the glute medius. Again, keep referring to that picture because that will give you, a visual representation of what I'm talking about. But the glute medius is over here on the side, okay? So just kind of put your butt on there like this and roll around on it. You can even stack your leg up like that, try to get into the side. Sometimes I like to get down at an angle like this, but use the pain as feedback, okay? If your glute medius is tight, and you get on it with the foam roller or a softball, you'll know that you're on it because it's going to hurt really bad. All right, so we just did the upstream muscles. Now we're going to get into those downstream muscles, starting with the anterior tibialis. Okay, so to get that, basically, the best way I like to do it is just So the anterior tibialis is this muscle right on the side of your shin bone right here, where people get shin splints, okay? So what you're gonna do is just put that part of your shin, the muscle, not the bone, right on the roller, and then roll all the way down from ankle to knee here, okay? Just like that. Again, you'll know when you're on it because it will not feel good. Lastly, we're gonna get into those peroneals. So the peroneals are like part of your calf musculature, also on a diagonal right here, okay? So to get that, best way to do it is to basically put your calf on the roller, stack the other foot on top of it. Make sure that your leg is laterally rotated here like this, because if it's just straight up and down, you're not going to be on the right muscle. You want to turn it like that, lift your body up, and then roll around on that sucker, okay? Just like that. Again, as with all of these, if your IT band is tight, you can probably assume that most of these muscles are going to be tight as well, and this will not feel good in the peroneals. There you have it. By releasing all of the connective tissues and muscles, both upstream and downstream of the IT band itself, you can really loosen that connective tissue up and potentially alleviate your knee pain. A couple things to note here before moving forward and doing this to yourself. The TFL, your tensor fascia lata, and your anterior tibialis contribute to the frontal, the anterior fibers of the IT band, where the glute medius and the peroneals contribute mostly to the posterior or the back part of the IT band. And the reason why that is important to note is because you can have tightness in 2 out of those 4 muscle groups, which causes the entire IT band to feel tight, where 2 of the other muscle groups are not tight. So for example, where people are most commonly tight and where they'll basically develop the most tightness from is having a tightened TFL and anterior tibialis. So a lot of times people will actually have weak gluteals and weak peroneals. So it's never a good idea to inhibit and release a muscle that's already weak. So what I encourage you to do is kind of roll around in all of these areas that I talked about today and look for those painful spots. If it's not like really painful and it doesn't feel really tight, then you probably don't need to release it. Furthermore, you don't want to release it because you could be inhibiting a muscle that's already weak. So use your foam rolling as a diagnostic procedure. Kind of search around for those tight areas, and if it doesn't hurt, then don't go on it. I really hope this helps you out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and do so over here. Also, if you haven't checked out my Facebook page, there's a link in the description down below. Go ahead, check that out, and give it a like while you're there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.